Okay, now we're up to the Aeolian mode, mode 6 of the major scale. Now this mode is a real gut-wrencher. You can make people cry with this scale. A lot of people have used it in songs to that effect. So you must realize that people on the street, lay people, they really don't know why music affects them. They really don't understand why one song makes them happy and another one makes them sad, or why, they get affected by the songs. And we as musicians hopefully can, well, not manipulate these people, but create an effect on these people. Just through our knowledge of harmony and how to make that effect happen on people. Film score writers use these effects all the time. If they have to write a love scene, you wouldn't see many love scenes in Phrygian, for example, which was that heavy one that made us sit on the end of our seats. It just wouldn't be pertinent for that scene. And at the same time, the film score composer doesn't have time to go out and, to a bar and meet a nice girl, fall in love, to be inspired to write a love scene, right? We don't have time, and we have to find ways to make these kind of things happen mechanically. At least have our raw materials to begin with, and then the inspiration will come from there. So major scale would have been an ideal mode for a beautiful love scene, because major scale is very happy sounding, as opposed to Phrygian, which was dark. Right? Okay, so hopefully you're starting to see how these create an effect on people. This next one, Aeolian mode, is, as I said, a real gut-wrencher. Let's look at the nuts and bolts of Aeolian mode now. In the key of C major, we have A, Aeolian. So if I want C Aeolian, that means we're coming from the key of mode 6 of E flat major. Okay, now let's have a look at our chart over here. We have E flat major scale written out, and going all the way over to the 6th note, we begin on C. Using exactly the same notes, we get C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat. Now, how is this scale different to C major? Well, you can see there are 3 flats. We have the 3rd degree flat, we have the 6th and 7th degree flat. So you can take any major scale, lower the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th, and you should have an Aeolian mode. Some people call this natural minor. I think the best name for it is Aeolian mode. Okay, so here's the formula. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. Let's see how it looks on the guitar. Here's C major. 1, 2, we need a flat 3. 4 and 5 is the same. Flat 6, flat 7, 1. Okay, now, how do we construct an Aeolian chord progression? We need to take the 4 and 5 chords in the same way from the key that we're borrowing from. In this case, that's E flat major. The 4 and 5 of E flat, here's E flat. The 4 and 5 for E flat is A flat and B flat. Now we need to put those two triads, those two chords, over the root of the Aeolian mode in E flat, which is C. So here's A flat over C, and here's B flat over C. That's how the progression sounds. Okay? Now before I play it for you, let me show you the neck diagram for Aeolian. Over here. This is how I look at the Aeolian on the fretboard. Once again, the roots are circled. That's C. And every 3rd is flattened, every 6th and 7th is flattened throughout the entire fretboard. Okay? Now let's have a little listen to Aeolian. I've made up a little sequence here, a little wrenching sequence. Let's have a listen.